That's what we are. Ghosts. Waiting for you in the dark. You can't see us, but we see you. This was part of the introductory message for a chess tournament. The NSPCL is an online chess league, which, among other things, features a team system. I am the owner of the newest team in the league, Gambit 8. At our inception, we were laughed at. There were 2 L emojis in response to our announcement message. People, or maybe more accurately one person, said we were the worst team in the league. Or maybe the opposite, not entirely sure. Even our announcement message itself contained jabs aimed at the team. Did I write that announcement message? Sure, but I'm running out of examples here. Nonetheless, as the new kid on the block, we needed to prove ourselves. And what better way to do that than to win the upcoming tournament in which all 8 teams would be competing. This is the story of our quest to claim victory in the Bros Invasion Invitational Tournament. The way the tournament worked was that the 8 teams in the league would be split into 2 groups of 4. Each group would have their own arena lobby, and the top 2 teams from each lobby would play in a 4-team arena lobby finale to determine the winner of the tournament. Our group consisted of the Diamond Dragons, a team that always struggles to do well despite having quite a few good players. Morphe's team, arguably the weakest team in the league. The Brotherhood, the creators of the tournament and one of the favorites. And of course, Gambit 8, the team with just 6 players but also the team with the best performing player in the league, my dad. We fielded 3 players, which was tied for the most of any team in our lobby. My first game was against Sal Malik, one of the strongest players in the arena. We came out of the opening about even, but I was able to slowly build up an attack that eventually proved decisive. My second game was against the great Chonks 367, someone who I sometimes struggled against despite their low rating. Unfortunately, most of the game looks like this because I messed up the recording. Fortunately, I was able to win in a time scramble, which I had to tell you because you're likely shielding your eyes. My dad had similar success, which meant we were both standing at the top of the leaderboard, while our team was in first place and pulling away from third. With just 10 minutes remaining in the arena, we were practically guaranteed to place in the top 2 and advance to the next round of the tournament. But the team that created the tournament, the Brotherhood, was right behind us. Even though the difference between first and second was inconsequential for the tournament, we didn't just want to advance, we wanted to win. My dad is rated 800 points higher than anyone else in the lobby, so I was expecting him to win out. But for Gambit 8 to get first, either our third player, named Bup, or I would likely have to get at least 1 more win, which is why when I was being thoroughly outplayed by someone rated 800 points below me in Game 3, I was on the brink of costing our team the victory. Luckily, my opponent made a mistake and I was able to close out the game. Just a few minutes later, the arena ended, and Gambit 8 took home the gold medal after pulling away from the Brotherhood at the end. Gambit 8 had won its first arena, and the focus was now on next week's finale. In preparation for the finale, we recruited 0 players and did no preparation. Rest assured, we were kinda ready-ish, I guess? The 2 teams from the other group that made it to the finale were Team Eclipse, a team that exists, probably, and the Dark Knights, a strong team that both me and my dad used to be in. Before the finale had even begun, things were looking iffy. The Brotherhood, the team we beat in the qualifiers, had 4 of the top 9 rated players, while we only had 2. That being said, the Dark Knights and Team Eclipse had just 3 total players between them, which made it look like a 2-horse race. If my dad and I performed well, and if our other 2 teammates could take away a few wins from the Brotherhood, we would have a chance to win. So when the 4 of us combined for a score of 3 losses, 1 draw, and 0 victories after each of our first games, things were not looking good. The arena was only 30 minutes long, so time was already beginning to be an issue. Both me and my dad won our next game, but the Brotherhood was far ahead of us. I got another win, bringing our point total up to 8, but that's where the good news ended. We were thoroughly dismantled for the rest of the tournament, not even managing to score another point. The Brotherhood's depth was simply too dominant, while the Dark Knights went undefeated against my dad, which prevented him from carrying Gambit 8 to anything close to victory. Despite only having 2 players, the Dark Knights were just a win away from tying the Brotherhood, but in the end there wasn't enough time for their team captain to win his final game, which I can't even show you because chess.com doesn't record unfinished games for some reason. Not really for some reason, it makes sense, probably some coding stuff. But anyways, with a 4-point lead over second place, the Brotherhood won their own tournament, cementing themselves as the most formidable team in the league, while Gambit 8 was thoroughly embarrassed. It's clear that if Gambit 8 wants to win tournaments, we need more players, especially those in the 13 to 1800 range. If you're watching this video and want to join the team, go to the Discord link in the description and apply to join. You'll probably be accepted. No guarantees though. It's not too long until the quote-unquote official team tournament season begins, so I definitely need to do some recruiting. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.